Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. Thank you for joining me. In this video, we're going to be making this card that is made with the beautiful Falling for Leaves bundle from the Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And coordinating with that are the Details Leaves Thinlits dies that are just beautiful. And this bundle is located on page 45 of the Holiday Catalog. So I'm going to move this out of the way and show you that I have already die cut some of the pieces, and so I've done this little 3-leaf detailed piece out of Cajun Craze, this 5-point leaf out of Blackberry Bliss, and then you can see that we have this beautiful border. And what I did when I cut that is I took a 4-inch wide piece of crumb cake cardstock and I just laid it there very close to the edge, secured it, or use your magnetic platform and run it through and cut it from that piece of crumb cake cardstock. So I have all of these ready to go. I also have a piece, it's 3/4 of an inch by 2 inches of crumb cake that I'm going to use to stamp the sentiment. The base is soft suede, cut 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then I have some of the wood grain, the wood textures, Designer Series paper stack that is in the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog, and this is cut at 2 by 4. Okay? Alright, so let's get these out of the way and we'll get started. First, we're going to do some stamping on this 4 by 5 1/4 piece of crumb cake cardstock. So I wanted a little bit of a background behind these main images that are die cut, and so I've taken 3 of the stamps, the stemmy looking I guess you could call floral images or foliage from the stamp set, and I came where it would be, I tried to get it about 1 inch from the top and just randomly stamped. This is Blackberry Bliss. And I try to vary the height just to give it some interest. Okay. And then I have this little stem piece here in Cajun Craze. So let's ink that up and stamp. I think I'm going to put one more here. Okay. And then I have, this little stemmed. And these stamps that are in this set are really 2-step stamps, like you can stamp the solid outline of the leaf and then stamp the foliage inside, okay, or the little veins inside. So, but I'm just using these as my accent stamps. And so this one is, I'm using soft suede. And I'm really creating like a designer paper in the background that's just partial. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, because I wanted something in this corner, I'm not going to re-ink the stamps at all. I'm just going to take those same stamps that I just used and stamp them here on the bottom. Kind of overlap a little bit. Okay. All right, then I'm also going to take those and do a little bit here on this piece that is going to have the sentiment stamped on it. And that was a little too much, so I just want barely a hint of color there. Okay. I'm going to put another one of the soft suede. Okay, that'll be all right. So let me go ahead and stamp that sentiment. I'm using Thankful, and I'm going to stamp that in Blackberry Bliss. There we go, and we can just set that aside to use for later. All right, let me get the big shot in the picture here, and I'm using this great Textured Impressions embossing folder. It's corrugated and it's got some deep ridges and makes a really pretty background, and so I'm going to put this stamped piece of crumb cake inside, And let me bring my Big Shot in. The platform, and then the piece here. And then we'll roll it through. Okay. All right, so see there? Oh, it just really accentuates the stamped images, I think. All right, so let's get that here, and we're going to start assembling our card. So here's the soft suede base. I'm going to go ahead and center that. Now, you'll notice when you use the embossing folder, especially this one, it shrinks the paper up because it's using some of those definitions in the folder to crinkle up the paper. So it's a little shorter than I cut it originally, but that is absolutely fine. It's going to look great. And so let me see if I can find some glue here that'll work for me. And I like to use the liquid glue when I'm using embossing folders because it gets in all the ridges. Okay. All right, so let's just center this on the card front. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take this piece of the Wood Textures Designer Series paper stack, and that's cut 2x4, and I'm just going to put it right here. It's about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches from the bottom of the crumb cake. I want those stamped images to peek out from above it, so just position it to your liking according to where your stamped images are, okay? All right, I must come up a little bit there. I like that. All right, then we're going to take this beautiful border piece. I think it's so cool that they have this in the dies. It's unexpected, but very pretty. And put that across the center there. Then I'm going to take the Cajun Craze die cut piece and pop that right here. And then the Blackberry Bliss leaf. You could use the fine tip glue pen here too. This is just on my desk, so easy to maneuver with it. Okay, so I'm just going to angle it where I don't cover up all of the Cajun Craze piece, and just pat it down there. And then I took some of that braided linen twine, I believe that's what it's called, and I have a piece here on my glue dot ring ready to go. I just took a piece about 4 or 5 inches long and put a knot in it, and then I'm just going to attach that right there to symbolize holding those two stems together. And then we have our sentiment that we're going to put at the bottom, just like that. Okay, and then to top it off, let's use some of these faceted dots. So I'm going to take this larger one and put it here, and I try to put it on top one of the ridges so that it'll have a good stick, and then one of the smallest ones and put it right here. Okay, and then let's get a middle-sized one and come down here with it. Okay, there's a pretty card, and let's see, let's go ahead and I think what I'll do to put on the inside is I'll cut a piece of Whisper White or crumb cake to put across here, probably about 3 by 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and stamp some images down here in the bottom. So I still have these mounted. Let's go ahead and take these, repeat the same little images that I used before and just stamp full strength, first generation stamp. And then let's see if I can find my other little stamp. It's somewhere. Here it is, right in front of my nose. Ink that up, and let's go here. Okay, and then let me go ahead and see if I can get my trimmer out, and I'm going to cut a piece of crumb cake. Let's cut it 3 by 4. Okay, so here we go. 3 by 4. Okay, let's see. I like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that. But you know what I'm going to do up here? I'm going to stamp again with these 3 to kind of frame it out. Okay, let's get this piece on, and then it will be ready for a note to the recipient. Okay, there we go, completed card. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. You can visit my website at inkandinspirations.com, where when you see this card posted, I will have the instructions and the supply list there for you. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll give it a try. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.